YouTube. Why I say YouTube like that? I don't know. On the fly, you be thinking of something to say before you get into your video instead of just coming on. But sometimes it just goes terribly, terribly wrong, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. All right. So YouTube, what's going on, man? My Smell Good family, what's good, y'all? Hopefully y'all are doing well and doing great out there. Welcome back to the channel. And I'm excited. I'm excited about this video because it's time to get it on. All right, it's time to get it on. We're back for another versus video. I sincerely appreciate all the positive remarks and responses that I got from the video. And honestly, I just came up with it, out of nowhere. And someone asked me, oh man, it's cool that you thought about the versus thing, how they do, with the music and everything. I said, honestly, it didn't happen like that because I just genuinely had this conversation about Guess Los Angeles 1981 and Versace Arrow. So that's how I was kind of birthed, and I was like, man, let's get a versus battle going between these two. But I didn't even think about the music at that time, believe it or not. But it is what it is, and now we are here. Okay, so my Smell Good family, I have an epic battle for you guys today. And let's go ahead and jump right into it. So I'm very, very interested to hear the remarks and everything that you guys are going to have to say after we talk about it. So let's get into it. In this corner, both of these are from the house of Armani. Both of these are Armani codes, and let's get into it. In this corner, we have something that's just really rocked my foundation in the past month. From the house of Armani, we have Armani code Profumo. All right, Armani code Profumo, yes sir. All right, and in this corner, we have another absolute beast, a banger from the house of Armani. We have Armani codes Absolute. Armani code Absolute. All right, so this is today's versus battle. Armani code Profumo versus Armani code Absolute. Let's go ahead and get into it for sure, guys, for sure. All right, so how did I come up with this one? Well, for a long time, Absolute had been getting the nod. Absolute had been getting the nod for sure. And I was like, can't nothing top it. I hear what y'all saying about this one and about that one, but can't nothing top it. Can't nothing top it. And I was out in my local Ulta, and they had the Profumo on sale. All right, they had the Profumo on sale, and I bought it. You really couldn't beat the price. I think they had like it was like 15% off or something like that. And I could have sworn I heard rumblings of this possibly discontinuing, but I guess I was wrong. But anyway, I got it from my dealers. I went to my local dealers, and they told me that they weren't getting anymore, and there's been rumors of discontinuation on it. So that's probably the reason why I just went ahead and copped it when I did. All right. So anyway, let's get into the differences and the similarities of these fragrances for sure. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the one I have first. All right, let's go ahead and start with Absolu. Now, both of these fragrances have the apple and the orange blossom and the nutmeg in it. But there's two distinctive differences in these fragrances that give off the different vibes. All right. Now, in this one, you get this. I think you get the leather. Yeah, you get this leather component in here to accompany, and it's a very prominent leather that you get in this, and you get the woody notes. They say it's suede, but it smells like leather to me. But of course, you have the vanilla in here, but the suede leather is really pushing and doing a nice dance with the vanilla. It gives off a great masculine sweet fragrance because the leather just really lives and lives. Now to me, it's kind of similarity into what that vanilla and leather does in the Womo signature. For me, that's what I get when it's out there in the air. They share similarities. But this stuff is a juggernaut. It lasts all day. It's very, very, it is unique to me, and I love this stuff. And when I've had this for like 2 years, so the whole time I was like, yeah, this is it. Like, this is it. I don't really need to smell nothing else. This has to be the best. And you know how it goes. So shout out to my homie Kevin Dunbar, who has the Profumo. And as the Profumo comes in next, I don't know why I did that, but when the Profumo comes in, I think I blind bought this. I blind bought it by looking up the notes on Fragrantica when I noticed the difference between the two. Because when you come out of the suede leather type note out of here, in this one, it's really turned down a notch, and you get the vanilla and the tonka bean. Somehow, somewhere they blended it to accompany the leather that's in here. So with the suede being a little bit more stronger in this one, making it more masculine, this one dials down the leather in this one and allows the vanilla and the tonka bean and the orange blossom to do its thing. Now, both of these are very spicy. You definitely get this warm, spicy accord in both of these fragrances. But this one really got my attention right away at first sniff. I've been wearing this a lot. I wore this the other day actually, and it was really cold down here, and I said, yeah, let's go ahead and bust this out and see what it can do in 30-degree weather. And it did absolutely great. For me in particular, why this one gets the nod slightly over this one, because it used to be the other way around, is because I appreciate what the tonka and the vanilla does with the leather in this compared to what it does in this one. And let me explain. I'm a fan of anything that is remotely going to get me a gourmand smell. And when you smell this off the top, the vanilla and the tonka bean dancing with that leather in this, it does give off like almost a vanilla cookie type dessert. I don't know if it'd be a cookie with vanilla ice cream. It just gives off this quick gourmandish vibe to me. All right, compared to this one, when you spray it, it's going to be unique because of what the leather does with the vanilla that makes it more masculine. All right, that gives it a more, boss-like feel with this one, which I love this one. This versus video is not to bash either one of these. These are worthy opponents in my opinion. All right, so I really had to think long and hard, like which one's going to get the nod. All right, so I'm slightly giving this one the nod because of what the tonka and the vanilla does with the leather in this fragrance compared to what the suede does with the tonka and the apple and the nutmeg with this one. Like I said, both is going to give you nice spicy feels for sure with these fragrances, but it's very prominent in both. You're going to get that sweetness from the vanilla and the tonka bean to go with the suede and the leather respectively with those fragrances. All right, so what do I rate the Absolu? All right, now I don't give 10s, but I'll give you a hard 9.9999999. And this one to me is a 9.1 on the scale. Love the Absolute line for sure. I love it. I love the Absolute line for sure, but this gets a 9.1 on the scale for sure. All right, now moving on to what does Profumo do for me? Well, the Absolute Profumo, let's get that in focus. The Absolute Profumo is a 9.2 on the scale. Like I said, slight edge, all right, that I give the Profumo over the Absolute. Love both. I will have both for life, well, I think, as my palate grows and I smell more, who knows. But as of right now, I plan on having both of these for the fall and the winter because I adore them. And I couldn't believe what that Profumo did to me when I smelled it for the first time. It really had me checking myself over just I didn't bash the Profumo, but I was so guns blazing on the Absolu that I really wasn't trying to try anything else. And I guess it'd be like that sometimes when you really love something. So all in all, before we wrap up the video, in this week's versus battle between the Armani codes, I'm gonna give the Armani Profumo the slight edge to get the victory while there might be controversy from the Absolu camp to figure out why did the Profumo get the win. All right, we're going to make it close just like that. So I'm going to go with the Profumo as the winner of this week's Versus compared to the Absolu, who has nothing to be ashamed of. That's like two heavyweight champions going at it to a unanimous fight, and the champion retains off 1 point in a split decision. That's what we're gonna go with those. All right, so yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This week's Versus, the battle of the Armani codes, the Absolu versus the Profumo. I think this is a epic battle, but I'm gonna go with the Profumo with the slight edge. So you guys check it out. I'll have the links for both down in the description, and y'all let me know, which one do you love more, the Absolu or the Profumo? I will be very, very interested to hear from you guys on which one you are going with. All right, so until next time, you guys be cool, be safe, take care of yourselves, smell good, family. It's always appreciated the time that you come and spend with me on this channel. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys on the next fragrance video. All right.